Right, on to the next guest. It's Bernhoft. He grew up in Norway, and he says that for a while, when he was very little, he thought that Prince and Michael Jackson were a bit kind of overrated, you know, geeky. And then one day the lights went on, and he had that epiphany that's led him to becoming a really huge developing new star. His upcoming concerts in Los Angeles and New York, where he now lives in New York, are complete sellouts, can't get a ticket. Ellen DeGeneres took one look at him on the internet, and she booked him then and there for her next TV show, and he went on and he blew them away. He's kind of the new kid on the block, and a bit like Casey Musgraves earlier, he played Glastonbury last week. So good morning, Bernhoft. Is it just Bernhoft?
Well, my full name is Jarle Norman Bernhoft Sjödin, so I just picked one.
Yeah, it's not showbiz, is it?
No.
That's just too much. How was Glastonbury for you?
It was muddy. It was. I played 3 shows and a television thing. I did a BBC Two thing.
Right.
And the first gig I did was like one of the add-ons. And I must admit that I was wondering what I was doing there.
What? Not many people there.
The tent held maybe 2,000. It was like 150 people. 146 of them were firmly looking at their phones, just glancing up, a bit hungover. You had the odd guy with the 4 beer cans staring drunkenly on stage while he was passing, and 4 expats, Norwegians,
had
with
some home
flags.
support with flags.
Dancing shyly. It was dire, but then it picked up, and I did my main gig at the Sonic stage.
Okay.
The next day it was good.
Tell me about growing up in Norway. Were you in the capital, or were you sort of outside?
Just north of it. It's almost like a pimple on the capital's ass. It was a pretty safe
talk about your
upbringing.
hometown like that.
Yeah.
Go on.
And my mom was a music teacher. My dad was an opera singer in the
Oh, really?
in the state opera. So I had kind of access to music from early on. Going with my dad to his work, stuff like that. So it started off with classical music, and then just branched out from there.
And did you know that you always wanted to get out, to move away? Because you live in America now.
Well, no. I like traveling, but at the same time, when I live in New York now, I miss home. So I feel like I'm an Oslo guy in exile.
Right.
But, I'll get back there eventually. It's just right now we had the chance to move to New York.
Right. There's just something so physical about North Europe. I mean, presumably you saw the Northern Lights quite a lot, did you?
Not too much, but I was always in a basement rehearsing or in a studio working.
Well, tell me about this Michael Jackson Prince kind of disdain that you started out with, which converted into presumed sort of rank worship. What was it about them you didn't like when you were a kid?
It's actually a bit like the other way around. I listened to it and I thought this is cool, but then when I heard Sly and the Family Stone, it all fell into place. It's almost like, that's where they get it from.
Right.
So I kind of dove into that world, and first it was like Sly and the Family Stone, all the records, and then into soul music. I dove into New Orleans,
right.
Memphis, Detroit, and then digging back into the roots of that music. And when you find the roots, it's almost like the little leaf that is Michael Jackson almost becomes. He's huge though, but it's a big leaf, but it's still just a leaf.
Yeah. Well, how would you define your music? How would you put a label on it?
Gravelly, taste of chocolate, hints of sweat, firm bouquet. It's almost like it's very hard to put musical terms on it, but it's I don't care about genre. I don't care about genres. I think that the most important thing is that it's got energy, and it's got whatever style of music you play, it has some soul that is displayed on the sleeve. Well,
Ellen DeGeneres said that when she saw you on the internet that she'd never seen or heard anything quite like you before, and that generally seems to be the response. People say, wow, I've never seen anybody quite like that, singing like that, making that kind of music. So I'll just shut up, and you'll do your first track. What's it called?
It's called Come Around With Me. It was conceived in a Mustang convertible.
That's a good place to write a song.
To LA.
Okay. Stunning. Absolutely fabulous. Everyone's applauding in the other room. You can't hear them because it's soundproof, but they are. That was amazing. You've got such a range on that voice. You said your father was an opera singer. He was an opera singer. I'm guessing he was a tenor, was he?
No, it's a bass.
Is it bass?
Yeah.
Wow, because you can go right up there, can't you?
Yeah. That's Curtis Mayfield. I wanted to sing like that, so I tried. And after 2 weeks, I could.
Well, it was an absolute treat. What's the name of the current album?
It's called Islander.
Islander.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a very good album, I think myself. And it's out through an app as well. You can buy it on an HD app that features like an extended version of the album, extended liner notes in them.
Good. And where can we see you?
I'm playing 2 shows at the end of November, which is quite a way away.
That's
but
right.
I'm a busy man. I can't help it. At the end of November, in Deaf Institute in Manchester and Shepherd's Bush Empire in London.
Excellent. Make a note of that. That was a treat. That really was marvellous. Wonderful live singing. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
It's Bernhoft.